Hello guys, and welcome to another episode here at the Startup Brain TV, the platform to inspire, empower and connect entrepreneurs worldwide. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to manage small business finances effectively. So if you are a small business owner out there or an entrepreneur, or if you're thinking about starting a business and you're really struggling with regards to keeping track of your finances, then this video is for you. So you better brace yourself, grab yourself a cup of tea, coffee, a glass of water, make yourself comfortable, and don't click on that X button until you've watched this video till the end. You know what they say, cash flow is king when it comes to running any business out there. This is where you're going to get paid. This is how you monitor the performance of your business. So it's really vital that you ensure that your cash flow is managed effectively. So I am fortunate enough to have studied accounting with entrepreneurship. So I do have a financial background. I've worked with financial companies. I've worked in the banking sector. Now, there is a lot of people out there who, are obviously not fortunate enough to go out there and study accounting like I did. So let's get right into it. So of course, when you start a business, one of the first things you need to do is make sure you get that business registered for tax purposes. When it comes to registering your business, you've got three key option. Now, if you are a one-man business, then I strongly recommend you register yourself as a sole proprietorship. So when you register yourself as a sole proprietor, you're solely responsible for all the debts, the profits, losses of the business. It's the easiest option. You don't have a lot of paperwork to deal with, and you only have to worry about submitting your taxes once a year. The second option is to register yourself either as, a public limited company or private limited company. Now, registering as a limited company has its pros and cons. There's so much more paperwork you have to deal with upfront. There's a lot of more complicated aspects of running that business. If you register for VAT as well, you need to start, submitting your VAT returns once every 3 months. Personally, I work for myself, so I never saw the need to register for an LTD company because I'm working for myself. I don't have any members of staff to pay, and it's the best way for me really to run my own business, okay? And then the final way of registering your business is as a partnership. If you are two people running a business, you can also look into registering as a partnership as well. That's another option for you. So let's move on to the next step. Once you have your business registered, I strongly recommend you register for a business account. I always stress about this. I made this mistake when I started. I used to literally use my personal direct debit for all my business transactions. That made it very difficult for me to analyze what my profits and my losses were. What I strongly recommend you do is open a business account. Now, it doesn't have to be a business account. You can actually just open another personal account, okay, and just use that for business. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Business accounts do come with other advantages as well. So it's really up to you how you choose to open that account. But just make sure that whatever you do, you have a separate sort of account for your business transactions and a separate account for your personal expenses, okay? When you have a separate account for your businesses, it's actually easier to keep track of your day-to-day finances. If you have income and expenses in that account, they're all related to your business, and it's really easy for you to just print out those bank statements at the end of the month and reconcile your accounts without the worry of, oh, I don't remember what I spent this £50 on, I don't remember what I spent £100 on. Save yourself that stress and that hassle, and just make sure you separate everything. So number 3, organize your paperwork. This is really important. I know it's so easy for us to lose receipts, invoices. These are the little things that can make or break your business, because if you don't have evidence of what you spend money on, sometimes it's really hard. And if the taxman decides to basically audit your business, you could really struggle, especially for larger organizations that need some auditing at the end of the year. You need to keep your paperwork handy. If you can't do it, hire an admin to do it for you. Being self-employed and working for myself, what I like to do personally to keep track of all my receipts and invoices is I use a box. As you can see, receipts and invoices, and inside the box you can see some scrap paperwork. You can use any box of your choice. You can use a shoe box, it doesn't matter. As long as you've got a way of organizing your paperwork and keeping all those receipts and invoices together, then I strongly recommend you do this. And I'm going to tell you what to do with all this paperwork in my next step. Finally, the last but definitely not the least step is to make sure you dedicate time for record keeping. Now, record keeping, in other words, is bookkeeping. So you're basically just putting together all those receipts and invoices that I showed you in the previous step into a system that can then calculate all your taxes at the end of the year. Now, I know a lot of people chicken out when it comes to accounting, bookkeeping, and record keeping, and it's really, really time consuming, as you can imagine. Imagine having to go through every receipt and every invoice that you've actually accrued for the week. You don't have to do this every day. You can dedicate yourself 3 to 4 hours every week. I like to do mine on a Saturday morning, you know, when you're chilled, you're relaxed, you've got nothing to do. You do have an option to hire someone to do it for you. You could get yourself a bookkeeper. You can pay them for 3 hours every week just to put your paperwork together and keep your finances up to date if you want. If it's not really for you, that's a good option. Or secondly, if you don't really have the cash to fork out, because as a small business, to be honest, getting money to pay someone is really, really difficult because you're just starting out. You're probably not making enough sales yet. So where the heck do you get this money to hire someone in the first place? Now, there's a lot of accounting software out there that you could actually use for yourself. So you need to DIY it to save yourself that cost, okay? And doing it yourself also helps you to really, really keep track of your finances yourself, because if you have someone else keeping track of your finances, it's really easy for you to lose track on how your business is performing. What I personally use for my business is the No Hassle accounting software. The No Hassle accounting program is basically a bookkeeping spreadsheet that has been pre-designed. It's got all the formulae that you need to use to keep track of your income, finances, profit and loss, which is really, really the basics that you need as a small business owner. If I made a sale for £200, for example, then all I want to do is just key in £200 in my No Hassle accounting spreadsheet, and then I just record the date and I key in where the money went into, if it went into my bank account or I just took it out as cash. Really up to me. And then I've got expenses as well. If it was postage costs or travel costs, then I can record that as an expense in the expense section. I'll just key that there as well. And just so as I'm keying all those figures into that program, it's automatically preparing my profit and loss statement and also preparing my end of year tax return. So at the end of the year, all I need to do is just print out a summary of all these records that I've already recorded as I went along and submit it to the taxman. I don't have to start panicking and chickening out about, you know, oh my God, where was the receipt from that sale I made 2 weeks ago? I already have it recorded there, okay? The No Hassle accounting bookkeeping spreadsheet is perfect for any small business owner out there who's struggling to keep track of their finances but doesn't really know where to get started. I'll leave a link below where you can actually check out the No Hassle accounting software. It's what I personally use, and I strongly recommend it to anyone who's really, really struggling to keep track of their finances, okay? Now, thank you very much for watching my video today, and if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Click on that red subscribe button and turn that bell on so you can get notifications whenever I upload my weekly videos. Leave your comments down below if you have any. If you've got any questions, feel free to get in touch. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at StartupBrain, or you can visit my blog at www.startupbrain.com, where you find out more in-depth information regards to the videos that I release on my channel here. So thank you so much once again for watching my video, and I look forward to catching up with you in my next video. Bye for now.